up, cousin, pick up. We back with story time. Happy Sabbath, cousins. Did you thank the Lord for waking you up today? I don't know how my line got disconnected on the last story, but I'm back with another one, and I'm ready to introduce y'all to a new auntie, Auntie Bible. This story will also provide some much needed context to this moment. And my aunt says, ain't she your daughter or is she mine? So get ready. So I decided we're gonna take it a little further back and talk about the first time I ever went to Auntie Bible's house and discovered the power of the Lord. Now, as I said before, we call her Auntie Bible because she keeps that word on her. She is Jesus Christ's strongest soldier. And in my entire time of knowing this woman, I've probably heard her say max of 50 words. 25 of those words were probably a quote from the Bible or spoken in tongue or just one word sentences because she don't play. She don't got to say a lot. She gets her point across real quick. So this story starts at my grandma's house. She was the candy lady. I know y'all all got one in your neighborhood. My grandma was a candy lady. She sold candy. She ran that candy shop like the Navy. Lucky for family members, her grandchildren included, we all got a discount of 10 cents off. Back when I was a little boy, I used to hate that we only got 10 cents off and felt like she was running a scam, but she was teaching me a business lesson. Keep family and business separate at all costs. And I was not too much into candy and chocolate when I was a little boy. I much preferred ice cream. So one day my grandma was watching me, and when she wasn't looking, I heard the ice cream truck. So I went into her bank and I stole 50 cents to get me some ice cream. Of course, I come back in the house. What do I see? My grandma standing there with her hands on her hips talking about some, that's your ass now. She gets on the phone. I'm waiting, assuming I'm either gonna get a whooping or something bad is about to happen. And suddenly the door opens and I assume it to be my mom. It's not my mom, it's my Auntie Bible. I'm a child. This woman is terrifying to me because she gives very much fire and brimstone, very much Old Testament. So when she walks in, she looks me up and down and says, come on, thief. And we off. And so we go to Auntie Bible's house. Now, I'm from Compton. Anybody who know about Compton? Compton is called the hub city because it is a hub between all the other places because of the freeways that surround the city. To other people, it gave hub. To me, it gave prison. So anytime I was able to skip and hop it over to somewhere with an ocean breeze like Auntie Bible's, it was very much, you could smell freedom in the air. So anyway, we arrive at Auntie Bible's house and she sits down at her record player, puts on the Mississippi Mass Choir, blasting on her vinyl, doesn't say a word. And it's just the two of us sitting in there as she rocks a little bit back and forth to these gospel tunes. The vinyl ends. I'm assuming she's gonna say something or the punishment is gonna begin. She gets up, restarts the record, sits back down and keeps going. This lasts for 2 hours. I never knew God could be a DJ and a punishment. A couple more rotations go through. I look over, she's knocked out. The record's still playing. I'm like, do I get up? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. But out of nowhere pops my Auntie Bible's only son. We call him Crockett in the family. He pops up and comes over to me and says, let's go do something bad. And so I'm like, I'll do anything but sit here and listen to this mess. So we get up, we go upstairs. They got an upstairs, which is something I never had experienced before. And upstairs, we go into Auntie Bible's room. I'm letting Crockett lead the way. He takes us into the closet. We find one of these. It was a bunch of candy in there. Again, I'm not one for sweets. So I'm kind of letting him rip through it, but I see some of these and this is a player's weakness. So I gotta have these. But more importantly to me, I look a little bit beyond in the closet and I see a book, a somewhat shiny book. And so I pick up the book and of course it's a Bible. Little did I know in the future, this Bible would go missing and nearly destroy the whole family, but we're gonna come back to that later. Anyway, I'm holding this Bible, and so I open it. And inside this Bible on the first page is all the names of all my aunties and uncles and their kids, my cousins, everybody's name. My name's in there, everybody's name is in there. And so I'm looking, I'm like, oh, this is like cute, you know? And then I see my sister's name. But my sister's name is not under my name next to Auntie Susie, our mama. It's under Auntie Backyard's name. And so obviously I'm very confused. I'm still a child. So I'll turn to Crockett and I'll say, excuse me, what is this? Like, why is my sister's name over here? And as if just telling me the weather, this boy says, oh, that's because T-Dog is not your sister, she's your cousin. And so obviously I'm shook, but as my mind is racing, because I'm like, something's going on. Somebody's lying to me. So I snap the Bible closed and break out of the room and run downstairs to find Auntie Bible because somebody's got to answer for this crime. And so I'm like about to cry. I'm like, Auntie Bible, Crockett, Rocket's lying to me. And she wakes up because obviously she's still asleep. And she looks at me holding this Bible and she says, boy, what you doing going through my stuff? You better explain yourself right now. And of course, now I can look at her and I literally see, I don't know, like, not a demon, but an angel of destruction about to rain down on me for going through her stuff. So I'm shaking. But then I feel something else. I feel, you know, when you look at a TV when it goes, I feel that happening in the back of my throat. And I know that feeling to be me about to throw up. And I don't know if it was the nerves or them old candies, but I'm about to vomit everywhere. Auntie Bible looks at me, clocks, sees me kind of, she moves like lightning, grabs that Bible, nearly throws me to the floor, and I throw up everywhere. And so she's clutching this Bible like it's a child. I'm like, what about me? I'm dying. So she grabs me by the arm, throws me in the bathroom, takes a bottle of 7-Up, puts it in the middle of the bathroom. This is set of your stomach, just in case, not even ginger ale, 7-Up, and says shower. I shower, still thinking through what's going on, who's gonna tell me the truth. And so it's clear Auntie Bible had enough of me, so she take me back in the car, take me back to my grandma's house, throw me in the house. And she looked at my grandma and she says, you need to tell Susie to take that boy back to church. Something wrong with him. So my grandma's still there counting coins, looks at me and says, get over here and count these nickels. So another hour goes by. Once the nickel counting is done, I turn to my grandma, I say, is Auntie Backyard here? Because as we know from previous stories, Auntie Backyard lives in this house. And she says, yeah, she back there. So I go to the back because I need to get the answer of what was in that Bible. And I look at her, I creak open the door, and she's braiding my cousin's hair. And I'm so scared. So I think, and I close the door back because I don't think I was ready for what answer was on the other side of the question I needed to ask. But all I knew was that the next time I went to Auntie Bible's house, I was gonna get the answer to that question, which meant one thing: I needed that Bible.